Hi, friends, and welcome to Talking with Famous People's TWFP Archives Movie Talk, starring Rachel and Eric. Tonight we're discussing The Treasure of Sierra Madre, a classic black and white film circa. Let's pull up the Wikipedia page.
Yeah. I believe it was 1948, it said.
1948, okay.
Yes.
1948, indeed. It calls it an American Western drama. I guess it's somewhat of a Western movie, but I wouldn't call it fundamentally a Western. Hi, Isaac Roddy. Nice to see you.
Call it a Western.
No, I'd call it just a drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a drama. So we just finished watching it. Literally just finished watching it. So what are your initial impressions about it?
Well, I think it's pretty bold in that it's a story that's an all-male cast.
There are one scene with some chicks in it, and they're just feeding somebody grapes, basically.
Yeah, I mean, hot second, really.
Yeah.
Actually, there's another woman in the beginning of it too, but another hot second. So it really is just like the main characters are all men. So I thought that was, it has to be really good acting and a really good movie in order for it to really hold up with that much diversity, and it did.
That's a good point, Rachel. There was no chicks play a role in the movie as this sort of thing that they consider getting after they're rich.
Yeah, true.
But there's no actual females in the story, really.
No, not really.
The most significant female in the story is never seen. She's the wife of the Texas guy who's killed by them.
Yep. And I thought all the actors were good.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, even though only one of them was really known to me anyway. And it was beautiful. It's black and white and really holds up.
So he wants a rating out of 10. 8.5?
Yeah, I was going for 8 too.
I think 8.5. I'd give it better than 8. It's not quite a 9. Very enjoyable, interesting watching, but at the same time, like Rachel and I took an intermission in the middle of it without feeling any like, oh no, I can't stop watching it right this second.
Yeah.
So it's perhaps a little slow, although I think that's being a little unfair to it at the same time. Because it's a little slow.
I felt that. I did.
I mean,
that I didn't really feel like I was missing parts if I was daydreaming or something.
Yeah.
But still, like, really well done. Yeah, I would say 8. I was thinking 8 before even Eric said so. I was like,
so I bring it a little higher than Rachel times. Like, I give it 8.5. So what do you think is an example of a movie that's a 10?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Or a 9.9. If you don't want to give a full blast 10.
No. I gotta think. I really gotta think of a 10. There's so many movies.
I mean, a few of my favorite movies include Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a 10.
That is a 10.
I'd call Thor Ragnarok at least a 9.8.
Nice.
That one's a great movie.
It is.
I gotta say, Kung Fu Hustle would be up there above 9 somewhere for me. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Above 9? Yeah. That's a great movie. That would be a 10 for me, probably.
It's definitely above 9.
Yeah. Honestly, that's like I have to see like a list of things because I think even like my favorite movie, I don't think is a 10. I think that it's probably okay. That's probably like a 9.
See, I like going on basically the equivalent of a 1 to 100 scale with tenths of a point. So, if you have a 9.9, that's like a 99 out of 100.
Yeah, I would say it was. I don't know.
So, what's you like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, right?
Yeah,
And what would you say that is? 9 point what?
7.
1.7.
It's pretty good. But it's like, damn man, that's a hard time. I think Star Wars, the first two are 10s. Probably Empire Strikes Back is higher.
The tiniest.
Yeah.
That's the tiniest of the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you there. Empire Strikes Back is brilliant.
Yeah, fucking great movie. Like I remember as a kid being obsessed with it.
It's interesting you mentioned that because last night when I was in bed, I was thinking about the ice world Toth, and I was wondering, how is it that it's constantly snowing there if it's always frozen? Where is the liquid water coming from? But then it occurred to me probably there's some volcanic areas that cause massive amounts of steam to rise up into the atmosphere, form clouds, and snow all over the rest of the planet. That's my guess on that.
I think it's a pretty good guess. Yeah.
Because of course, if the whole world's frozen all the time, there's no liquid water, then where would they get more storm clouds from? You see, that was my concern in bed last night. I was thinking about this.
Makes me so happy.
It's funny you should come up in a conversation with that because that was my. Where do the clouds come from? I like the ice world of Toth. I always wanted to go there and go in some of the big ice caves and stuff.
Yeah, it is cool. I did too for some weird reason.
It seems so cozy.
It does. I think that's the main thing it actually like shows is that it could be cozy there.
Right. If we had a nice cabin under snow cabin, like in a big snow cave. Hoth. Oh, Hoth. Is that what it's called? Okay. They call it Toth.
Thank you.
My bad. Thank you for the correction.
Thank you, Hannibal.
The ice world of Hoth. Yeah. I would like Rachel and for you and I to go there someday and build a cabin in an ice cave.
Okay.
We'll get one that doesn't have a monster in it, though.
Please.
Or if we do get one with a monster, we'll have to bring our lightsabers.
First of all, I really do want to refine the skills for some reason. I like lightsabers. I had one as a kid, and it was fun. I really want to battle someone else with that,
The key thing is, Rachel, if you're going to drop your lightsaber in the snow, you better have mastered the come to me move.
True. Oh, we got practice.
Yeah, because you remember, Luke really struggled with that.
He really did.
And finally, it came to his hand just at the last second. He was able to chop himself down from the ice. And fortunately, he had encountered a kind of monster that hangs its prey upside down alive in a cave. Otherwise, that would have been the end of the movie right there.
Oh man, I watched that so good.
We should watch that.
We really should.
It's on our list of things to watch.
Yeah.
I always thought it was funny how Yoda walks with a cane, so he fights and he basically jumps everywhere.
It is.
There's a lot of that in Naruto too. Like, there'll be some old character who moves really slowly, but then when they fight, they're all like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we talked about this movie we just watched being 8 or an 8.5. I ranked it slightly higher than Rachel. Let's go to another movie we recently watched, Aquaman. What's the numerical score for Aquaman?
Oh, God.
You put your hands and tell me how many fingers behind your back, and we'll put our fingers out at the same time so we see.
Boom. Okay. I'm going to go with the number that really... Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Yoda should get busted for disability fraud. You're right, Kevin Long. If I ever see him parking in a disabled spot, I'm going to be all over his little green ass.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You gave him a 5, huh?
Yeah, it's being really nice.
Let's split the difference. Let's both agree on a 4.
Okay.
I think so, a 4. I enjoyed it more than a 3. But when I think back about the movie
I
and
know.
like the plot and stuff, it's just like,
And just the
what?
setting too drives me crazy. It's just so like, why does the aqua world have to look like that?
You know, why does it lack verisimilitude? Well, okay, put it this way. I probably underscored it because it's the worst movie I've seen in a while. I don't normally go out of my way to find and see bad movies, you know?
I think 4 is definitely legit for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 4 is pretty. Because by the end of it, we were both just laughing at it, you know? We weren't even, I wasn't even making the leap.
Oh my God. Literally, we really were laughing out loud. Like,
hi, Octavio. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Hambone. Hi, Rachel. Well, the thing about Aquaman is I couldn't get past the ridiculous dismissal of all physics that was involved in it. Why are they riding these things anyway? They all swim faster than the things they ride. That's a problem, you know? Why are they riding manta rays into battle? Why are the manta rays behaving like airplanes in the sky do?
That was so funny with the fish.
Right, yeah.
It's so funny.
Rachel and I laughed so hard when we were watching it, and I said, why do these things explode when fish hit them?
Why are they throwing fish?
So, like, Aquaman sends a bunch of fish out. The fish hit the manta rays, and they explode underwater. Why? What makes the manta rays so explosive, number one? Why are they exploding underwater? And what makes their explosion triggered by being hit by a fish? These are 3 significant questions I have.
I'm liking this.
Okay, well, now I got a dab in chat, too.
Right?
Let me see.
Which direction are you going in?
I guess you're going that way.
It's like that?
Dab.
Oh, nice, Bay.
Now, enter.
5 emojis. What's that monkey doing?
What monkey?
Next to the YouTube symbol?
This?
No. Left.
This?
Yeah. What is that?
Is that a monkey?
It looks like a monkey.
It says oops. All right, how would I rate Wonder Woman? I'd give Wonder Woman a 6.5.
7. So, yeah. I did. There were some parts of it that I didn't remember from seeing the first time. That usually means that there were some parts that were like.
Well, this isn't dabbing. This is elbow cough.
You know what? Ew. Can we leave it at?
I thought we were dabbing.
I did too.
It could be dabbing.
It looks like 2 butts hitting each other too. That like not.
What's this one? Oops. What's going on in this picture though? These are all.
It's all COVID stuff.
Hydrate. Chill with cat. Chill with dog. Elbow cough. Wash hands. Social distancing. Shelter in. Video call. Thanks, Doc. Good vibes. Elbow bump. Do the 5 things. Stay home. Buffering.
Buffering? What's that?
I mean, this whole buffering thing must be a serious problem with YouTube right now to everybody on YouTube. That's why they got
funny.
buffering, you know?
That's funny. That's really funny.
That's cool.
That is cool. That's something that bothers you that came into an emoji.
I watched half of 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri with my parents tonight. Have you seen it? It came out in 2017. Sam Rockwell's a good actor. I haven't seen it or heard of it.
I wouldn't recommend it for you. I saw it. Sam Rockwell is a good actor.
Was the movie good?
I didn't want to see it at all because it was one of those like obvious films. I'm like, do we really like? Does this like movie really need to be a movie right now that's supposed to give people a lesson. So this woman's daughter dies, and like I think she's like raped and murdered.
Yeah.
And then her son is the policeman Sam Rockwell, or no. But they work alongside. She harasses him basically, like, to get the truth, because it was like a case that like wasn't like solved properly.
I So did you like it?
No.
Spider-Man: Homecoming was very good.
Yeah, it was good.
And you know what's interesting about it is I only just now realized the title is about that. It's kind of references the dance, right?
Yep.
Is that the homecoming dance?
Mm-hmm.
But it's very misleading and tricky in that way, because you have every reason to think it's about him coming home from the Avengers trip.
I think it is that too.
It is that too, but it's super tricky like that.
Right? Well, I honestly was taking it as the Avengers things too.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, my beautiful and precious. Why don't they have a bong rip one? That's the best thing you can do for COVID. Everybody knows that. It smells like pizza even when you burn it.
I know.
I've never seen such pizza-y weed before.
Right?
It totally smells like pizza. Yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming was very good. I would give Spider-Man: Homecoming a 9. I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, it was highly entertaining. He's good as Spider-Man. I like that kid as Spider-Man.
Infinity War gets a 10 from me.
See, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Infinity War? That's the best
I
one.
know.
Okay, it's maybe the second best one, but it's probably the best one. That's the first Marvel movie I ever saw, and I was just
That was the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one I ever saw. I wasn't into those movies at all, and then the first time I ever saw one, I saw Infinity War, and I was just like, "What? What is this thing? It's so amazingly good! I got to see more of this."
Wait, which one's the Infinity War?
It's the second to last one in Avengers.
Was that the one with the guy with the hand and the jewels?
Yeah, well, there's a few of them with him in it. Okay, well, we'll have to watch it.
It's the last one that I haven't seen for sure.
Oh, you haven't seen the last one? The last one's
That
a
one I
little.
haven't seen.
Last one's a little slow. What do you mean? Why did you think that?
Yes.
Wait, why did you think that horse mumbler? Why did you think that Spider-Man movie was a terrible travesty that embodies and implies most of what's wrong with culture at large and cinema in particular?
Spider-Man?
Yeah. Why did you think that?
Spider-Man's the most tame out of all those things. It's like such like.
No. It's a sweet film.
It really is.
You can't dismiss sweetness.
Right, it's not supposed to be anything more than that, really.
It's a sweet and engaging film. It's like a nice little candy kind of a film, but it's sophisticated candy.
Kids, you know, you can see the younger kids. The little younger kids don't have movies to see nowadays.
It's NI smart candy. If Horse Mumbler and Hambone don't like it, it's because they're NI countervaluing it. And no, they're both wrong, because obviously ENTPs and INFJs have better taste than the INTPs do, because you guys countervalue NI. It's not your fault, but it's the truth.
Pizza time. Maybe I mean, it's definitely not sophisticated, but
yeah. NI countervaluing.
How is it useless.
He's not any of those things. That's completely
Why
anti-countervaluing.
Well,
You're stating things that is exactly is not.
let's watch Infinity War. I want to. That's the video game that I had, and that's the stuff that I got like the awards from, like his outfit from Infinity War.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I do love Marvel. I can't lie. It's just hard for me to pick a woman when I don't have many choices. I like options.
This is what I think about your idea, Horseman Boy. Pimple squeeze. So think about it. Endgame's a little slow, in my opinion.
Sometimes it is formulaic.
I mean, here's the thing, Hambone. No, they're not. I've seen them all, and some of them were really good, and some of them were crap. Now, if you want to tell me that Spider-Man Homecoming is crap and that it's formulaic, well, I mean, I didn't see that coming at all.
Oh no, it's not formulaic at all. You're right.
It totally surprised me.
Me too.
It surprised me on multiple occasions in the movie.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great move.
And the thing is, so if it were in fact all the same and formulaic, it would not have successfully surprised me.
Yeah.
Same tone, same story beats.
Okay, but so Hambone, do you feel like that way about all of the Avenger movies, or just the Spider-Man Homecoming?
Right. See, the thing is, I draw a distinction between them. I would say that Wonder Woman was a very mediocre 6 is what I gave it.
That's DC.
Oh, that's DC.
And so is Aquaman. So right. Okay. So.
Well, look, I would say that different Iron Man movies are very different. For example, some of them are much better than others. If you're saying, well, they're both same tone, same story beats. Well, come on. I mean, that's just too much extroverted intuition and too little introverted intuition appreciation. There are going to be archetypal storylines in all movies. And if you're always looking for something so quirky and offbeat and unusual, well, that's fine, but that doesn't indicate good taste in film. That just indicates INTP wrongness. That's how INTPs are wrong. And that's fine. You guys can be wrong about art and movies and stuff. It's appropriate because you're most correct about all TI matters. It's appropriate and reasonable and to be expected that ENTPs and INFJs are going to have better taste in movies than INTPs because INTPs countervalue NE and don't seem to distinguish between things very clearly. Obviously, those movies are not all the same. Obviously, there's a huge range of difference between individuals in that series. And if you're stating they're all the same, then you're obviously not right about movies. Boom, 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 boom. And it blows land, a barrage from Eric onto Hambone's face as he backs into the corner. Ah, stop, Eric, stop. You're beating me up.
And always in the same wink wink or self-aware kind of way. Octavia Silva. Marvel movies annoy me because they have to be jokey all the time. I hear you, like sometimes Iron Man in it gets very like what's up with your side brows and mustache thing, goatee? It's ugly. And like all of a sudden you're so like materialistic, it gets like in the way.
He's a little too cartoony.
It really is. And
I wouldn't call him 2-dimensional, I'd call him 3-dimensional, but
no, I wouldn't say he's 2-dimensional, no.
He's a 3-dimensional character, but all 3 dimensions are in such stark repose that and there are like exactly 3 dimensions to him. He's like achiever, genius, and lover. And good guy, like those are his elements, and they're all in very stark repose. So he's not a very deftly rendered character, I don't think.
No, he's one of my favorites because he was like the first one that I watched, but that's another reason. Like, oh god, Iron Man 2 is so bad, I have to say. People are going to probably defend that one, but that was so sloppy.
I think I've seen it and don't remember it, which is a good indication that it wasn't very good.
Yeah. But the Avenger movies are so good. Avenger movies, especially, like that's when things got exciting.
Incredibles was good.
Yeah. Your Incredibles too.
I mean, I get the idea that what you're saying here about there being some right there being some sort of formulaic aspects to it, but you're right there. I was gonna just get to that one too. Galaxy's the Guardian is great. I mean, it's annoying when it's not funny. But like in Guardians of the Galaxy, when that raccoon guy kicks the grass and he's like, it makes me so mad I'm kicking the grass or something like that. I remember laughing so hard in that.
He's my favorite character in that, actually, because they're funny. That movie's great. Guardians of the Galaxy, all around best, because it has great music in it too, and that's kind of awesome.
All right, well, articulate the wickedness you've detected. Well, let me judge the wickedness, because you've judged many things wicked in the past that you're simply wrong about. Like, my jokes about Native Americans and feeding the peacock bread and dietary shit. And no, you tell me what the wickedness is. You think it sends the wrong message? It doesn't make it a wicked film. Very few films or pieces of media send exactly the right message. Not everything can be me, Horse Mumbler. I don't have the movie. I don't own it. We rented it. I don't have it anymore. So I can't watch it at 58.
I agree with Nicholas Watson that the comic industry is on life support.
Well, I mean, look, people will always want stories about people with special powers, people with special abilities, special people doing magical things. People will always want those kind of stories. Those kind of stories comprise fantasy, and they comprise the human access to the magical side of life. One way of accessing it, you know? Rachel and I have been watching movies, and one thing that we try to do is watch different kinds of movies. We watched a lot of those kind of action-y movies for the first stretch there. Then we watched some rom-coms, and then hey, Mom, shut up. Here, I'll wipe it off for you. There. I think
That's
it'll.
Very interesting.
Well, it's demonstrative. I'd expect you to demonstrate it every time the world seems to call for you to provide justifications, for example. Especially being an FI Dom, you're going to probably provide a lot of SI explanations. So, for example, if I say, well, why is it the case that you want to go to Mia? You'd say, well, I went to Mia before, and I went to Hambo. That is so weak. Getting worked up. I retain and reserve at all times the right to do a spirited advocacy in defense of or in affirmation of anything I feel like, and for the spiritedness of that advocacy not to be used against me. So, sorry, but no. I mean, the thing is, Nicholas Watson and everybody regarding the whole COVID thing and people going out of business, various business industries and so forth being negatively impacted, at the end of the day, it's going to create a lot of new opportunities for a lot of people because there's going to be vacuums created after this. And yeah, I meant to put a no, I'm not sure about that horse anymore. If you want to parse out the distinctions from between wickedness and ill-advisedness, then be my guest. I'll concede. I mean, maybe the end of the comic book store industry. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to create a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. But the thing is, in order for those opportunities to be realized, it's going to need to be easy to borrow money. And it should be fairly easy to borrow money in the aftermath of this because the government's going to get all meanity about everything, you know. They're going to be all like, we've got to do everything we can to help.
For what?
Well, what that fundamentally means is low to no interest loans for lots of people, probably. And it'll be designed, perhaps intended to preserve people who have existing businesses and help make sure they can. Hey, Hambone! Hey! I reserve and retain the right to get all worked up about somebody that I'm getting all worked up. Okay? So no.
Thanks, Octavia Silva.
Well, no, because you haven't made your point. My point was that there have been instances where you were wrong before. You might say that it defeats the link somewhat if those instances weren't instances about evil. Okay, fine. I mean, I concede that point. But nevertheless, I would say in casting aspergious judgments, if aspergious is a word, casting aspergious judgments on things, you have examples of being wrong in the past. So my point is you've not established there's anything evil about Spider-Man yet. So you have to establish. You tell me to watch minute 58 is not going to cut it.
Spider-Man's so low on the totem for that like brand.
God, I hate on Spider-Man Homecoming so much.
Even me, and I've said in the past that like I'm not a huge fan of these like movies. I don't give a shit. They're so dumb. Like they're good, you know. I don't know. They're entertaining as hell.
Candy.
They are.
They're candy.
You know?
I like candy.
Can't have it all the time. That's when I go crazy.
Right. You know, I like candy a little more than Rachel does probably in movies. She probably likes a little bit more serious movies than I do.
Sometimes. That's why, I mean, it's just, I don't even care, honestly. I really don't even care. It's just, if I'm going to see your type of movie, please see some other type of movie with me. I can't see the same thing over and over again. That's it.
Which did you think was better? Witness for the Prosecution or Treasure of Sierra Madre?
I like Witness, personally.
Me too. What would you give that one?
I think 8.9.
I think I'm going to give Witness a 9.2. I really liked Witness. That was a good one. Witness for the Prosecution is an excellent old black and white movie. That's surprising. That's got some twists and turns in it that you don't expect.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah. What would you, of those science fiction movies we watched the other day, including Passengers, the Die Live Repeat, what's that one called again? A Day After Tomorrow?
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow, Passengers, and the third one we watched that night, the other third sci-fi one was Wonder Woman, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched What other ones have we included in that list before? Oh, Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle, Grandma's Boy,
and
Malibu's Most Wanted.
And then I think there was one more movie. Oh yeah, right. Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes.
Okay, now we both agree that the best of those movies was Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes.
What would you give Ford versus Ferrari on a scale of 1 to 10?
All right. I mean, it wasn't much of a story. The actors were good, but like I liked what's his name? Shelby. But there wasn't anything in the story except for the two guys. It's the story about their buddy, their friendship. It was stylized nicely. I don't know, man. I said 4 in my first
4,
incident. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. I didn't really like it.
That's interesting.
I didn't really like it.
I was thinking 6 is what I was thinking on it. I think it's a 6, maybe a 6.5 or something.
That's why, like, I'm like still thinking about it because, like, 4, like, I don't know. I like the look of it.
Yeah, I like the look of it too.
That's where I'm like, I want to give more points because it's beautiful to look at. Like the cars are beautiful, the setting's beautiful, like the shots too are like really beautiful. Like,
you really buy the time period as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love it so much.
But the thing is,
it's nothing. It's like nothing.
It's slow, and you don't like the characters, and
yeah.
So, Horse Mumbler asked, "What would you accept as a valid criterion for Horse Mumbler? What would you accept as a valid criterion for judging a media object the product of wickedness?" Well, see, that's a very interesting way of phrasing that question. First of all, you're the one who's claiming it's wicked, so you express to me by which criterion you determine it's wicked, and then I'll argue framework or not accordingly. Second of all, I don't acknowledge that whether or not a media object is the product of wickedness makes the media object itself wicked. In other words, wicked people can make good objects, or ill-intended people can make good objects. Even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I would say about that question. I like that question a lot, though. It's such a frame-walky question. It's like, here, you take on the burden, Eric. No. No, I'm not going to meet your burden for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like your sneakiness, Horse Mumbler. No, he's saying particularly Spider-Man Homecoming is evil. Which is one of the most...
Sorry, it's really funny.
It's one of the greatest things I've heard in a long time. Frankly.
For real.
It's like, wait, this guy thinks that Spider-Man Homecoming is wicked? Why? It's like, not like Ho Chi Minh or something. Ho Chi Minh, there's a wicked guy. Yeah, Ho Chi Minh was the leader of the North Vietnamese socialist movement. Or Pol Pot. Now there's an evil motherfucker. He killed millions of people. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Even the name of it is so tween.
I know.
It's not even gonna go in like the books as like this noble like film that lasts forever. It's just gonna. It's like
I got 3 great evils. The Cambodian killing fields, the Holocaust of World War II, and Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, that movie is fucking atrocious. Mom, I want you to meet my new boyfriend, Horse Smuggler. He's a really great guy. He just has this one. You're probably gonna hear about it at some point tonight. He really thinks Spider-Man Homecoming is evil, so he may talk about it a little bit. But other than that, he's a really great guy, Mom. That's what your next girlfriend's gonna say. Spider-Man Homecoming, Horse Smuggler. Can you read the screen to me, please, Rachel?
yeah. Let me.
Big sneezes for little Rachel.
Octavio Silva says, "What's the argument you're making, Horse Mumbler? That Marvel movies are sold as money grabs. Horse Mumbler 1. Okay, fair point. I would call it a good piece of training material for the discernment of subtle evil." Nicholas Watson, there's an ambulance outside my apartment for my neighbor. Should I be worried? Virus. Octavio Silva, DreamWorks movies are wicked.
Did you shoot your neighbor? Is the question I have.
It's a good question.
If so, then you don't need to probably be worried about the virus. They're probably there for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be a spoiler, but in case you don't know, Humphrey Bogart, he doesn't make it out of that movie.
He doesn't.
No, he's killed by Mexican banditos.
Yeah, he is. Kevin Long is asking, Horse Mumbler, do you like any Marvel movie? That is a good question. Because I think that, like, a lot of them, like, not all of them are bad. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from, too. They're like, well, I don't know. They're based on comic books. We're not asking for, like, an Oscar-worthy film that's, like, 2 hours of people talking mostly.
Right.
You're going for the entertainment of it. You're going for the fighting and the winning and the
bad guys losing. I'm going to show you guys something really special now. Right, it's my pineapple. I bet you didn't know I had one of these. Rachel and I got it at the store the other day. Starting to smell pretty ripe. Give it another couple of days, probably. Because if you haven't had a fresh pineapple lately, go ahead and treat yourself to a fresh pineapple. Let it get nice and as yellow like this as you can, all the way up as high as you can get it before it gets starting squishy. Before it starts getting squishy. When it really smells a lot like a pineapple, then it's ready to cut into and slice it into pieces. Even then, you can leave it out overnight, no problem. It'll be even better the next morning. Some words of wisdom about the pineapple for you. Rachel, am I lying about the pineapple?
No.
No, I'm not. Have you ever known me to lie about pineapples before?
No.
It's a subject I take very seriously.
Yes.
Sure, I've told a few lies about papayas before. I have. Well, maybe not, but I can right now if you'd like. Papayas smell delicious. That would be a lie I could tell about papayas.
No, I learned that they do not. And I couldn't figure out why Eric didn't like them. And then I tried it, and I scooped it out, and there was some of the scent on my fingers from after I ate it. And I was like, this is disgusting. Like, no wonder he doesn't like it.
Yeah, too bad anal wreckage anonymous wasn't around in the 40s. That could have prevented World War II.
Oh my god.
Stream title should be changed to host their bullies viewers.
Where is it? Oh my god.
I'm not bullying them. They're bullying me. Okay, that's not really true. I'm not really being bullied by them. But I like that scene a lot. Okay, Kevin Long, you must be from Long Island.
Are you?
He says watermelon is so good. Yo, Kevin! Kevin, get over here! You gotta try some of this watermelon. It's fantastic. Yeah, we got watermelon over here, Kevin. Come on! Try some watermelon. That's what they do in Long Island all summer long. Everybody's in their yard having watermelon and inviting people over to eat some.
Especially if they're having barbecues, there's always watermelon. And everyone's really excited, except for me, because I'm questioning whether it really is good or not, because it's only water. It's like mostly water. But, I'm not going to. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so Horse Mumbler, is it your position that it's bad because he doesn't tell his significant other that he's Spider-Man? I would agree with that.
Oh, wait. Who was his significant other in that?
That black girl.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that does suck, but I wouldn't say that's evil.
You've never actually watched Shaking My Head? Well, that's fine. We're not talking about that movie. Red grapes with peanut butter, the ultimate snack. I will not accept other arguments. Red grapes with peanut butter, huh? Well, I've never tried it. I've never tried it.
Yeah, I can't say.
I can't absolutely dismiss the authenticity of your statement there, but I can tell you this.
So true.
Nicholas Watson, yeah. Alcohol's a bad thing.
Yeah. I hated those nights. It was never that bad though.
I mean, I would agree that it was wrong of Spider-Man not to tell his significant other.
Yeah.
If he was in a serious relationship with her.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of keeping a big secret.
That is a big secret. I would want to tell you there. By the way, I forgot to tell you that I am actually a super person.
Yeah, I'm actually Spider-Man. You probably wondered why I was always like, jumping onto the ceiling and stuff.
I really was.
You're like, damn, you're so strong. And
you do that. Does anybody remember the Spider-Man meme dance? It's just like him going like that. Like
is he shooting his webs?
He's kind of.
If I were Spider-Man, I'd do a web shooting dance of some sort. Guardians was really good. So was the second one, but the first one was probably better.
Guardians was really good. Wait, what?
Guardians of the Galaxy. First one.
I liked it.
Yeah,
the first one.
First one was great.
Yes. So great. I recall enjoying all of the first string of Marvel movies. Avengers bore me.
If you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, that's the one to see.
I was going to say, Tony Stark is pretty shady with Pepper.
Yeah, he is. It's true.
I
haven't seen Cloud Atlas.
I haven't either. People have told me to see it, though. They say that it's about twin flames.
We're not twin flames.
Mm-hmm.
We're mole states.
We're mole states indeedo.
Mm-hmm. We're mole states to soulmates. I was saying to Rachel in the car, it's not really fair for anybody to try to learn anything from our relationship because we're so utterly compatible in so many different ways that it's unfairly easy for us.
But finally,
Finally, sure. Yeah, so I guess that's what makes it fair for us personally, but maybe
Yeah.
not fair for us universally,
Right,
because most
exactly.
people don't ever find anything close to this kind of relationship.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I agree with him.
And that's the difference between NI and SI in a nutshell. We also had a really good example of logic the other night, last night, I guess it was.
Yeah.
When Taylor texted me and said, "Hey, you want to live stream?" And I looked at my phone and I was like, and I put it back down. And Rachel's like, "What's the matter? What's going on? Somebody picking up on you or what?" And I said, "No, it's Taylor. He, no, that's a terrible relationship. No, that is a terrible relationship.
Yes,
it
everyone-
ruins every film that relationship is featured
Yeah,
in.
it's so weird.
It's so awful.
Why would they do that?
It's getting, sun's going down, big guy.
Who
Sun's
should
going
she have
down.
been paired with? No one. Why
No
should
one.
she be
Yeah,
paired
why
with
does she have to be
anyone?
paired with anybody?
I like her on her own.
Not all the dudes are paired with people. Well,
Exactly.
Hawkeye's got a wife.
Yeah.
No, Tony Stark's got a chick. Hawk has Black Widow. Hawkeye, I think he's got a wife. Who else is on that team? Well, Scarlet Witch and
yeah.
What's his name? Vision.
The Vision.
They're a thing.
So I guess. Yeah, but what about Captain America? I mean, I know he has a girl, but
Yeah, he's got that girl he's interested in who's like a secretary or something.
yeah.
I guess they all do have significant others, huh? See, I think people just like to imagine Hawk and her going at it instead of to the science guy, instead of Bruce Banner and her going at it. And she's just like, Thor was no longer with Jane by that time. Who's Jane? Was
That
Thor with
girl.
Jane?
Yeah.
I don't remember Thor being with anybody.
The first movie.
Oh, really?
Natalie Portman.
Oh, he was with Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
Is he with somebody in real life? That guy who plays that?
Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who he's with?
Elsa Pataskay?
Is she also an actress?
I think she's a model more. She probably does acting now, is my guess. And she's pretty. They look alike.
It's not me, Octavia Silva. I'm not saying you're gay.
No.
I don't know what you are. As far as I know, you're just another dabber.
Yeah, that's perfect. You're the dab. Even though it's coughing to your arm. What? No one's using it as that.
You might even be a bear. You might not even be human. Your picture makes you apparent. By looking at your picture, I'm guessing he's a bear.
Now, what kind of bear are you? Is it a brown bear?
Grizzly? Black? Brown? See, I like the fact that we have such a diverse audience. We have not just men and women from all over the world. We also have bears in the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping eventually to get a couple of sea otters to watch.
I like that.
Wasn't Chris Hemsworth married to Miley Cyrus?
No. She was married to his brother, Liam Hemsworth.
She was married to Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Nicholas Watson.
Apparently, the Hemsworths are a family of attractive people.
Bear is a gay term?
Yes, it is.
Meaning large, hairy men?
Yes.
Who are homosexuals?
Correct. Hulk and Natasha can make a lot of money in Pornhub.
If I were gay, would I be a bear because I have a beard? Or would I have to be fatter than I am?
What would Eric be? I don't know. There's Twink. There's...
Are twinks, gay people have a twinkle in their eye? I'm too skinny to be a bear? Okay. What's like a skinny version of a bear when you think of the animal kingdom?
Yeah.
Like a lynx?
I was just gonna say that.
Could that be an otter?
Ooh.
Or a wolf? Are those all gay terms? Otter and wolf? Are those gay
I
terms?
don't know. I don't think so. I know that there's the.
Oh, an otter is a gay man who is very hairy all over his body, but is smaller in frame and weighs considerably less than a bear.
Aww.
Oh, I'd be an otter.
You've been you just mentioned sea otters before.
I did. The thing is, I'm not really small in frame. I am very tall.
Yeah.
But I do weigh considerably less than a bear, or even a large man. You can see I'm tall. I'm just not that fat. So I guess I'd still be an otter. Maybe I'd just be a tall otter. A tall otter. I can't believe they have that term. That's interesting. I'm not really that hairy all over my body.
No, you're not.
I got a patch of hair on my chest. It's not very thick.
Yep.
I got a full thick of the pubes, I guess.
Yes,
But,
you do.
You know, that's to be expected of anybody, really. And I got regular amount of hair on my arms. I don't have hair on my back, for example.
No, I wouldn't really say that you're very hairy. You have hair, but I wouldn't say you're hairy.
My legs are
medium.
Medium, yeah. Medium, I'd say.
Medium light, yeah.
Yeah. I put this change in the piggy bank here. And this is what I'm looking for, a cigarette. Let me get my cola as well. Sorry for my butt in your face.
Eric is a moose, not talking about game terms, just what he reminds me of.
Coyote and moose vibes? Eric is a moose not talking about gay terms, just what he reminds me of. Coyote and moose vibes. I'm a woodland creature of some sort? What woodland creature looks like that? That's the question. I think I'm a lynx. Rawr! See?
You need to show.
You can see how quick I am. I just scratched your eyes out with my lynx claws.
Yeah. You're definitely a lynx. Like the one that you saw.
I one time in Santa Cruz when I was in college saw a lynx. It was a fucking lynx. I'm telling you, it was a lynx. It was a gray lynx. And I have read since then that there are no such things in that area. That they only live in Canada and much further north than that. And like, Wisconsin or something.
Wow. No, you definitely saw it.
But I know what the fuck I saw. It was a lynx. It was gray. It had sort of spotty-ish kind of stripey looking things on it. It was a lynx.
Maybe got lost. Or just was like, no, I want a different kind of life, Mom.
They just had never seen them down at that level before, but they actually are there. I don't know. But there's a lynx there, or there's just no other choice. That's what I saw. I know what the fuck I saw.
Aw. Hambone says I'm a fox. And Horse Mumbler says I'm a mole rat, I guess, small, naked, immune to cancer, and desires of a hive queen mommy, or maybe more of a meeker rat. Mole rat might be a bit too trusting a spirit animal for me. I like those two suggestions. It's like very self-aware. It fits him.
Yeah, it is. It makes me feel ashamed of my choice of lynx.
Why?
Well, because it's such a carnivore.
Okay, so you want to be nicer?
I just want to attack and kill things. I want to be a little more more even keel than that.
Okay. Rachel's rocking Eric is Bullwinkle.
I'm Bullwinkle. Okay, who's Rocky?
So they're sticking with the moose vibe, I guess. The squirrel.
Oh, I'm saying if I'm Bullwinkle, who's Rocky? Are you Rocky?
Right, I'm Rocky.
Oh, okay. That's fine. If
I
you're
can
Rocky,
see
I'll be
that.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I can see that.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. And then you go, Bullwinkle, I don't think you should try this. No, it's fine, it's fine. And I pull a lion. Oops. The thing is, I can always just push you right back down to the hat. It's amazing.
I know. I don't know why. Lynxes are too big and fluffy for Eric. And then that's what Octavio says. And then Hambo says, Eric is a baboon or a dog.
A baboon or a what?
A dog.
A snake.
Ah.
I would say, no, I'm not a snake. I'm kind of a dog in my relationships. Like, I am very attached and loyal. And, you know, I provide unconditional love like a dog.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that. So what am I in a relationship?
I mean, you're a dog too in that regard with me.
Okay, good. Because I want to be, I like typically provide you with that too.
You do. You're wonderful. You're perfect. In the rest of life, I'm kind of like a wolf. I have my group of wolves, and I'm not afraid to attack things if I need to, or defend myself. I'm capable of it, but I'm mostly just looking for a warm den, a good bitch to hump. You know,
That's me.
that's you.
Yeah. Thanks. The poor bitch to hump.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess instead of wolves who are pack oriented, we have to be like a two monogamous pair animal. So that make us like some kind of bird, you know?
True. What kind of bird would we be?
Whatever kind of bird, or birds are monogamous. Some kind of bird like that.
Are wolves not monogamous?
No, I think they got like one dude and like a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
What could be like penguin?
Yeah. No one's wanted to ever be a penguin with me.
Okay, we're penguins when we're together.
Yeah, we are though.
Yeah. We're very like to rub our heads against each other.
Yeah.
You aspire to the catdom? Okay.
Well, I think cats and rats are related.
I tell you what's related. Beauty and Capillo. Spectacular Beauty and Capillo are closely related.
Yes, they are.
Oh my goodness. Do you see that kitty princess? Oh my goodness. Her name means sweetheart for a reason.
It really is just such a sweetheart.
It's because she's the IKF, the important kitty friend. And we've got a new middle name for Capillo. Her new middle name is Ovaltine.
Mm-hmm.
She's never had. You want to be in a family of mutual meta watchers? It's just like, he's not even meta analyzing, he's watching the meta analysts, I suppose.
It's funny.
So as you can see here, we have a really, really wonderful kitty, and she does have a new middle name. She's now. She got a middle name before. Now her middle name is Ovaltine.
Ovaltine.
She's Capillo Ovaltine Strauss.
And she's a kitty pageant winner.
Looks like she's having a little dream.
Yeah.
What are you dreaming about, Kitty? Tell us. Are you catching something? Let's pull a card for Kitty's dreams. What is Kitty dreaming about right now? Let's find out. The High Priestess. Yeah, maybe you're a Wolverine himbo. That's not where the camera is. Party time, excellent. For you and me, Rachel.
It is us.
It is. There we are. Soulmates.
We are soulmates. I want to listen to stuff about soulmates tonight.
I want to listen to stuff about soulmates.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about soulmates.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I'll tell you about two kitties who represent you and me, okay? Once upon a time, there was a beautiful kitty named Capillo Ovaltine Strauss. And there was a handsome young man nearby named Trouble. And they got married and lived happily ever after. The end. That's not really a story about soulmates. Pee-Pee's not going to marry Trouble. You don't want Pee-Pee to marry Trouble, do you? No. Trouble is trouble. Let me tell you, he pees outside on the deck.
Oh, I'm not happy about that. That didn't make me happy to hear.
I will tell you a story about soulmates. Soulmates are people. Wait, hold on, let me address first point first.
Please.
Well, the ones who aren't themselves meta-analysts do nonetheless operate within the meta-analytical frame that their observations can properly and efficiently be analyzed at all the right levels. I want that too. Ovaltine is a chocolate milk substitute drink, I think you'd call it.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's sort of the color of pee-pee.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Something made me say today that she should be in Ovaltine. First, you were talking about something that rhymed with Ovaltine, and then I said Ovaltine.
I like Ovaltine. Ovaltine was a drink I wanted to have a lot as a kid, but I never did. I don't know why. They made it look really like good and like frothy and thick. I'm not sure if it really was, but
A solitary animal that has a reputation for ferocity and strength out of proportion to its size, with a documented ability to kill prey many times larger than itself. That's a Wolverine. Yeah.
that you him on.
Yes, we can all still be friends, even if we disagree about Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. I mean,
you know, I don't really care about Spider-Man that much, to be honest. I thought it was pretty entertaining, though.
it was.
Yeah.
It was a very sweet film. You know, it was kids.
Yeah. And we will see at some point Infinity War.
Yay, together.
Together. Like two bees in a pod.
I like the Avenger movies.
So about soulmates. Soulmate-dom has to do with just I don't know if it's just luck, the Slavs, whatever you want to say it is, but when two people are meant to be together, they find themselves ultra ridiculously impossibly compatible about everything. That's my experience.
Yeah.
You know, I was hungry, didn't recognize it. Rachel's like, what are we doing for dinner? She was hungry at that point too. And it's like we compliment each other like that. You know?
Yeah, a lot of times.
A lot of times we do. We both understand that we want the other person to be exactly how and what they want to be.
Yeah.
And we're not concerned about trying to change them at all.
No. You two fit very well together physically.
Yeah. It's part of the whole ridiculous compatibility thing. The INTJ girl who you see the mouthpiece for subtle evil. The INTJ girl. Who's the INTJ girl? Is it the one he goes out with?
The like popular girl who is kind of mean? Is she mean? I don't remember.
I might agree with you someday. It's possible. It is true that I have been known to ignore things on occasion that are not to ignored. That's one of the qualities of an ignoring. That's true. That's true. I would not dispute the truth that Ruth and you carouse about the town and want to see. Are we getting tired-ish?
Yeah.
You think we should draw it to a close?
Sure. I think it's a good time. It's almost 11.
Thank you all for being here. We enjoyed your company very much.
Yes, we did.
This is maybe a new record for this channel here.
Yeah.
Like many other mustelids, it has potent anal scent glands used for marking territory and sexual signaling. That does sound like you, Hambone. I've often said you are a musky guy. You're a rich and musky fellow.
Sending out those sexual signals.
Yeah, it's like nonstop pheromones when you're around here. All right, love you all. See you later.